Every character has a public face and a private reality. The challenge for any writer is bridging that gap, showing what they think but never say aloud. Two of the most powerful tools for this are the diary and the letter, but they are not interchangeable. They are fundamentally different instruments, each with its own unique power. Think of a diary as a mirror. It's a space for total honesty, where there's no audience to perform for. It's for raw, emotional processing, full of fragmented thoughts and self-contradictions. A character might write, "I hate myself for loving him still," a confession they would never speak. The diary is where the true, messy, unpolished self lives, capturing thoughts as they happen, often in the present tense. A letter, on the other hand, is a performance. It always has an audience of one, and that single recipient changes everything. The words are chosen carefully. A letter to a friend is different from a letter to an employer. It's about persuasion, connection, and relationship dynamics. It reveals not just what a character thinks, but how they want to be perceived by a specific person. So the choice is strategic. Imagine a character discovers a betrayal. A diary entry would be a chaotic storm of unfiltered rage and hurt. But a letter written to a confidant, that would be a carefully crafted narrative, weighing what to reveal, what to conceal, and what response is being sought. One is pure emotion, the other is communication with a purpose. Getting this right means sweating the details. A Victorian character can't say, "OMG, he ghosted me." The language, the formality, and even the topics discussed must feel authentic to the period. Ultimately, choosing between a diary and a letter isn't just about format. It's about deciding whether to reveal a character's private soul or to analyze the social mask they wear for the world.